I buried my husband 6 months ago. But yesterday, I saw him alive in a grocery store, standing there like nothing had ever happened, like I never held his hand for the last time, like I never cried over his grave, like I never watched his coffin disappear into the ground. And the worst part, he looked at me like he didn't know me, like I was a stranger. 6 months, that's how long I lived without him. 6 months of waking up alone. 6 months of silence in a house that used to feel alive. 6 months of sitting on the edge of my bed, touching the empty space where he used to sleep. I kept telling myself I was healing. That time was helping. But grief doesn't leave. It just learns how to hide. That morning, I went to the grocery store because life doesn't stop for broken hearts. People were walking, talking, laughing. Everything felt normal, except me. I was standing in the aisle, completely lost in my own thoughts. And then I heard a sound, a cough. It was soft, almost nothing, but my body reacted before my mind did. Because I knew that sound. I had heard it for 41 years. Slowly, I turned, and everything in my world stopped. He was standing there, my husband, Thomas, the man I buried, alive, holding a shopping basket, reading labels like it was just another normal day. Same posture, same face, same eyes, even the same scar above his eyebrow. Nothing had changed, except everything. My hands dropped. A jar slipped from my grip. It hit the floor and shattered. The sound echoed through the aisle, but I didn't move. I couldn't, because he had turned toward me, and he wasn't smiling. He wasn't shocked. He wasn't emotional. He just looked at me, confused, like I didn't belong there. I took a step forward. My voice broke before I even spoke. Thomas. He stepped back. Just one step, but it felt like my entire world moved away from me. I think you have me mistaken, he said. His voice was calm, controlled, like I was a stranger disturbing his peace. My mind refused to accept it. Mistaken? After 41 years. I pulled out my phone. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold it. I showed him pictures. Our life, our home, our memories. Every moment we had ever lived together. He looked at the screen. For a moment, just a moment. Something flickered in his eyes. Something familiar, but then it disappeared. And he shook his head. I've never seen these before. Then he said something that broke me completely. My name is Daniel. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. Everything inside me collapsed at once, because the man in front of me looked exactly like my husband. But he was telling me he wasn't him. I followed him. I don't know why. Maybe I needed answers. Maybe I needed proof. Maybe I just couldn't accept what I saw. But I followed him from a distance, watching him like a shadow. He drove into a quiet neighborhood, stopped in front of a small green house. A woman opened the door and smiled at him, like she had been waiting for him. Then she kissed his cheek, naturally, like it had been happening for years. My chest tightened, because this wasn't just a man. This was a life, a complete life, one I had never seen before. Then, 2 children ran out of the house and screamed, "Grandpa!" He laughed. That laugh, it froze me, because it was his laugh. The same laugh I remembered from every moment of our life. Warm, familiar, alive. But he wasn't mine anymore. Or maybe he never was. I sat in my car for a long time, watching them. A family. His family. A life I was never part of. And that's when the question hit me, harder than anything else in my life. If he is alive, then who did I bury? That night, I couldn't sleep. I called my son, Lucas, and told him everything. At first, he thought I was imagining things, grief playing tricks on my mind. But then I showed him the photos, and his face changed. Fear replaced doubt. He asked me to come with him. We went back. We saw him again. And Lucas broke down. Completely. And then he said it. "Mom, Dad didn't die." My body went cold. Everything stopped. And then he told me the truth. A fake accident. A staged death. A purchased body. A closed casket. A stranger buried under my husband's name. I had buried the wrong man. And it didn't end there. Lucas had known. For years, he helped hide it. Money, accounts, documents, a double life, a life built on lies. Something inside me changed that day. I stopped crying. Not because I stopped hurting, but because something deeper took over. Clarity. I hired a private investigator. I needed truth, not emotions, just truth. And within days, everything came out. Hidden accounts, fake identity, 2 families, stolen money, a life built like a secret that should never have existed. And suddenly, everything made sense. All the missing pieces, all the strange absences, all the unanswered questions. It wasn't confusion, it was design. I didn't confront anyone immediately. I waited. I collected every piece of evidence, every message, every record, every truth. And when everything was ready, I handed it to my lawyer. Fraud, forgery, identity theft. The case was opened, and Lucas, my own son, was arrested. The morning he was taken away, I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I just sat there, quiet, still, because for the first time in my life, everything was clear. Truth had finally arrived, and it didn't save me. It changed me, because I didn't lose my husband. I lost the lie I lived in for 41 years, and now I will never believe blindly again.